My name is Beth Marshall and I am Staff Quality and Test Engineer at safety tech company Smoothwall based in the UK. I'm going to talk to you today all about training software testers. So if you've ever wanted to get into the space where you are teaching other people how to do things in the sphere of software testing, then this is my 10-step guide, things to think about, things I wish I'd have known at the start of some of my training journey myself. So we'll take a look, firstly, some of the training things that I've been doing myself, my top 10 tips, if this is something you would like to try, would be, number 1, believe in yourself. You don't need to be the world's expert to do this. Believe that you can learn some of the things you're going to be training other people in how to do and build on the existing skills that you have. So if you're someone that's found yourself naturally taking on a training role at work, kind of teaching people how your product works or how to do things, and you've been told that they learnt a lot from you, you had a good teaching style, they actually it clicked when you explained something to them, that's a great baseline. That's probably more important than being an expert in something. Because making this content is not easy and it takes a lot of hard work and patience. So you have to believe that you can take something from concept to delivery. So that belief is really important. Tip number 2. Do not be afraid to ask for help. It is a show of strength and not of weakness. Everyone I know that's created training asks for help. And when I created my course on Test Automation University, the amazingly helpful Danny Dayton, who works for that company and has his finger on the pulse of what users actually are asking, what they're getting stuck on. I had a session with him and I got to ask him, what do users want to know? And that really helped shape the training that I delivered to make it actually worthwhile and not just training something because you know it. Which might not be useful to anybody. Next up, feedback. Please, please, please don't put anything live for people to actually benefit from until you've had someone that you trust take a look at it and give you constructive feedback. And this makes such an amazing difference to the quality of your work. So delivering training that has been subject to other people reviewing it, including rehearsals and dry runs, generally means that you've got that nice tick in your mind that you know it's going to be good quality, it's going to deliver something worthwhile. And you're not trying this out first time on the people that you're actually wanting to learn from your training. Next up, research. Don't assume you know everything there is to know about a subject. Be prepared to read up and challenge your ideas in order to find the best information to teach others. Tools, languages and tech, as we know, changes all the time. And if you're not up to date, you could be teaching people something that's quite outdated. Next up, edit is something I am really working on. Take feedback seriously. I was told that I spoke a little too slowly sometimes, so I really made a conscious effort to improve this so that my talks were easier to digest for people, because that's what it's all about. You want people to learn something. Sometimes it's harder to take things out than keep them in. But it's so important to stick to your main central theme and keep it simple. Always trying to outline to learners, you are going to learn this in this session, and then round it off with a quiz or something that consolidates that learning so they can see a journey in each session. Goals. Training takes time. A 1 hour course took me about 4 months of 3 hours a week to create. So write down what your goals are, work out how long it's going to take you, be realistic, and try and stick to those goals if you can. Choose the right tools. So editing is sometimes a lot harder than actually creating the content in the first place. So if you have a tool that makes that job a little easier, it will save you hours and hours of time. I've been recommended a lot of tools that I hadn't heard of before. A good tool to use is something like OBS Studio, which is free, or there are tools which have a 30-day free license, such as Camtasia by TechSmith, which is also very good. And see how it goes. Test the waters before you try and buy anything licensed or expensive microphones and cameras and stuff. Just try and see if it's something you want to do more of first. Publicize, because here's the real truth, right? In terms of the benefit to yourself, outside of any financial remuneration you get for delivering training and that awesome feeling that you get from helping people, what's in it for you is the boost that doing things like this has on your career. If you do this training but you don't tell anyone in your working network that you've done it, it means you don't get the full value in terms of new opportunities that come your way. So shout about your successes, be proud of yourself, and always remember to give credit to anyone who's helped you. Post-training work. One thing people didn't tell me until I experienced it myself was the amount of work before and after training that is involved. So do you have any pre-training work you'd like people to do before they take your session? You have to tell them about it, and you have to answer any questions they might have. Afterwards, they will have questions and feedback on the session. They would probably like signposts to more information, and you need to take the time to respond to that. Last of all, training is an incredibly rewarding way to spend your time. It can give you a lot of confidence personally, and as well as that great feeling of knowing that you've genuinely helped other people. It's not a way to get rich quick, but there are paid opportunities in the testing space too. I hope this talk has inspired you to give training a try, whether that's creating your own YouTube tutorials, a blog post on how to learn something, or even try and submit a Ministry of Testing 99-minute workshop idea. Be proud of yourself and remember to enjoy and celebrate your achievements. Thank you very much for your time today. My Twitter handle is Beth_askher, and I am available on LinkedIn, and my blog is bethatester.com, and I invite any feedback and would love to hear your questions. Thanks so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of TestFlix. Bye.